Vamos.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Saiffers BPat podcast. We got a few weird matchups coming up tomorrow, May 21st. We got some semifinals, we got some quarterfinals, we got some round of 16 matchups, all in the same tournaments. Doesn't make any sense. Rain delays have been just absolutely ruining everything all week. But we're gonna go over everything that we have on the slate for tomorrow. Pray that the weather goes right, that we see all these matches play out. And so Saiffers going to kick us off with the women first. I think we're going to start in Belgrado. But yeah, anything you want to open up with, or if you want to just jump right in, we can get going.
A few opening remarks. BPat, thank you for the introduction as always.
My pleasure.
Yeah, it's been all right. It's been super weird because of the rain, man. All the delays and shit. Not really knowing like who the fuck's playing today or when this game's gonna take place or shit like that.
3-day
But I
matches.
think it's yeah, bro. Seriously, I mean, everything's back on track now, I believe, except for um, WTA Belgrade, which is what we're gonna get into now. So, the quarterfinal matchup, Podoroska and Konya. I believe we covered this game like maybe like 6 days ago. I like Podoroska against Konya. Um, I don't really want to spend too much time. Would rather talk about the newer matchups, but yeah, I think Podoroska should win this game. Honestly, she's a better player. Period. Konya is just not like that.
Yeah.
I'd be very surprised if she pulled off back-to-back wins against decent players like Putintseva and Podoroska.
Yeah.
Um,
For me, I'm like really on the fence about this one. I haven't placed any bets, even though, like you said, it's been on the slate day by day for a few days now. So I'm really iffy about this one. Um, it's gonna be kind of a last second decision for me. But as you said, we already covered it, so yeah, we don't really have to dig too deep. Um, we can just move on if you'd prefer that.
yeah. I mean, I feel like this bet's been in my like pending for like 6 weeks now. But anyway, another bet that's been pending for like 6 weeks now is Tomova versus Leylah Annie Fernandez. Um, I'm taking 5 games here on Tomova because I just think it's too much. Fernandez really um isn't like that on clay. She's been playing so shit. Honestly, she has been shit her whole life, I think, except for the title she won this year on hard court. Um, but yeah, Tamoba's all right. Um, I think 5 games might be too many. Um, that line hasn't moved or anything like that. So I'm feeling pretty good about it, I guess.
I might actually hop on you with that. I have to double check what the line is in my book. I'm actually pulling it up right now. My book doesn't even have the game spread, which makes absolutely no sense. Um, but maybe it's just because of the time change and they pulled it and then put it back up. But I'm seeing -4.5 on Bovada. I'm assuming it would still be -5 because of the odds are kind of weird on Bovada. But if it's the +5, I'll probably hop on that with you, to be honest, because like looking at this, I agree with you that Fernandez really hasn't done much. The Herzog match was just kind of, I would say, almost an anomaly. Herzog is not the greatest player. She's been fairly good. She's had a few runs this year, but overall, when she's played like anybody somewhat decent, she's kind of gotten whooped. So yeah, I think I'll probably ride with you here on the Tomova +5, and that's just me tailing.
Yeah, she plays really hard when she's a big underdog, honestly. She interesting stat, when she is a dog of +275 and greater, she actually wins 50% of her matches. Um,
Sheesh, money line it is. Nah,
so,
game spread for sure. I mean, like
yeah.
you said, five
So
games is
like,
a lot for like normally you see this spread on a match where there's like one player that like one of those household top 10 names or top 20 names. But you just don't see that here. I think they're just like overhyping Fernandez after her win against Herzog. I think we'll see like two fairly close sets if Fernandez even pulls it off in two.
Yeah, fair, fair, fair. I would honestly feel better about this bet in two sets, honestly, because I don't think Fernandez will crush. Um, so like if Fernandez wins in straights, I think we would look good,
Yeah,
honestly.
like a 7-5, 6-4, something like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Maybe a cheeky tiebreak L. I can't stress how much a tiebreak loss favors a dog spread of 3 and greater. Um, it really does make a huge difference. Because like we saw today, when the dog wins, uh, the tiebreak, they're only up by 1 game, which is not really good.
Yeah. So if they end up losing,
And then
the favorite
yeah,
typically will
exactly.
cover. Yeah.
And then you have 2 more sets for the favorite to kind of eat away
Hey, that
at the
played perfectly
scoreboard.
though
And
today with the Shapovalov and Kechinato. That worked perfect. I got my over. You,
Kitchenato, yeah,
you got your favorite
yeah,
spread.
yeah, but it was looking real and looked like she was about to be finished, honestly. But anyway,
Yeah. Let's move on.
that is the other. That is not a quarterfinal. That is a round of 16 game, and the winner of that game will more than likely play again tomorrow against the winner of Johnny Kalinskaya, which is suspended. They got a third set to play. It's uh, obviously it's 1-1. I really expect both of these, like both the winners of those games to play tomorrow in the quarterfinal. So let's see. All
Yeah.
right, another quarterfinal. SASNOVICH versus MCOS. Maria Camila Osorio Serrano. Um, I don't understand how MCOS is a dog here. Really, honestly. Um, I think she came back from behind and beat Rakhimova. Um,
Yeah, I think she was down
which
a
is like
set.
pretty impressive. Yeah, yeah, because they ended at 6-4 the other day for Rakhimova, and MCOS won, basically won in straights today in like a whole new match, so to speak. Um, but yeah, Sasnovich, man, she's really not like that. This really seems like um MCOS's easiest opponent thus far, even though
I wouldn't say
she's a
that.
dog. I think so. Um,
So you think she gets it done in
I
straights?
think Rakhimova is tougher than Sasnovich. Yeah, why not?
So I'm actually looking at
Yo, MCOS is winning this game.
yeah,
That's
yeah, I agree. I want to rock with MCOS money line also, but I also kind of want to rock with the over. Like I mentioned before when we were talking about this matchup prior to the podcast. Both of these girls love to go to 3 sets, and I know trends these don't always work out. They're bound to break and kind of change, but I like to follow what is in trend, and I think that sometimes is something to look at when you're making these bets. So 6 of MCOS's last 10 matches went to 3 sets. One of the ones retired in the second set, so that could have been a potential 3 set. 7 of Sasnovich's last 10 matches, actually 8 of her last 10 matches have gone to 3 sets. So I just see the potential for a 3 setter here. Both of them have been playing like not that great of opponents. And this tournament, there's only out of the 6 matches total between these two women, only one of them has not gone to 3 sets. So I like the over here. And it obviously pairs well with a dog, but even though she may not even be the real dog here, but yeah, I think I'll probably go maybe like a unit on money line for MCOS and then like a half unit on the over, or like 1 and 2, with that 2 being the money line. But we'll see, because I definitely feel more confident in the money line. But I do like the over, and I
Mhm.
like the idea of double dipping on that.
Yeah. I think taking the over would make sense. But I just don't want to overthink this match if I really like a side, especially if it's plus money as well on a dog.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, one thing I would
but
say
yeah,
is that
let's go MCOS.
yeah, for sure. One thing I was gonna say is that we both think MCOS is gonna win. Um, the odds of SASNOVICH winning in 2 sets is just, I think, I don't see that any possibility where that happens. So I like that the over would be able to kind of save me if it were to go to 3 sets and SASNOVICH were to pull it out somehow. But yeah, that's my thought process.
Fair.
So yeah.
Yeah, good thing. Honestly, I would be very, 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 very surprised if Sasnovich won under the number or in straights.
If she did that, I
But yeah,
mean, props
here we
to her.
go.
You there?
Another quarterfinal
Okay,
that's
there you go.
also versus Peterson. Honestly, I like the over. I honestly do like the over. I think Peterson will come to play. I mean, she needs these opportunities. She's been doing all right thus far. She kept it close with Tomjanovic, and then Tomjanovic ended up retiring. And she beat Stojanovic, like we said the other day, the number one Serbian player in Serbia. 6-1, 6-0 in the second and third set. Yeah, I think it'll be close. I mean, 6-4, 6-4 seems really, really easy, and that's I think the easiest way to catch this bet.
Mhm.
If we reach 5-5 in one of the sets, I think would be pretty good with a like if we get a 12 or 13 game set, I think we're golden. No blowouts here, I think.
I'm actually not playing this one. Mainly because I don't know enough about Peterson. This is another one where I kind of just don't feel like I know enough about the player. Badosa is bound to have a match that I it's kind of hard for a player to come in 6-2, 6-3 first round, 6-0, 6-4 second round, and for her to just kind of repeat that performance, it would be astonishing, I'd say, just for somebody to be that consistent and that dominant. She'd really be like putting her foot down on the gas and showing everybody that she's a name to be reckoned with. So I don't know. I'm really fishy with this one. I feel like it could go either way, but I'll be hoping that the over cashes and you take home a win. But I think Badosa 100% wins this. I think more so in 2 sets than 3. But yeah,
Fair enough.
I'm fading. Fade.
All right. Yeah, why not? Fair. I wouldn't be surprised if Badosa wins in straights. But I'm actually quite confident it will go over the number, whether it's 2 or 3 sets. I mean, regardless for who wins, most likely Badosa.
Yeah.
I feel like those tournaments really behind. I don't know how they're gonna get it done and play a final by Saturday. I think they might have to extend to Sunday or play 2 matches today and 2 matches tomorrow. But I think it's weird to have a player play a semifinal and final on the same day. I don't
Yeah.
think that's ever happened before. But anyway, moving on to Parma, where we have our 2 semifinals. 3 really good players, I think, who are having pretty good tournaments, and 1 player that I think stands out, sticks out like a sore thumb. Like, yo, what is bum ass Sloane Stevens doing here?
I knew you were going to say that.
Huh? I mean, like, come on.
She pulled a couple impressive wins, so she earned her right to be here.
She played 3 bums, bro. How do all the shit players always get baby food draws, bro?
I mean, this
I
whole
mean,
tournament was
McNally.
a baby food tournament, though, to be fair.
I mean, no. Siniakova played Serena. I mean, she played Clara Towson, which I think is better than anyone Sloane Stevens played in the first round. Sorta, kinda, maybe. Um, and then she played Serena, and she played Carolina Garcia. Yo, these are good players, man. Siniakova played, and I know GAUFF kind of struggled, but Anisimova is solid. Kaya Kanepi is no joke, and Camila Giorgi had like the um the Italian chica. Come on, man. Come on.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Sloane Stevens, I'm not buying it. Uh Really, really unimpressive. I mean, Daria Kasatkina, no clay game whatsoever. McNally, no clay game, just no experience, no quality. And Sara Rani's not even a formidable opponent these days, in all honesty. So Shang Wang +4. I know Sinyakova's first, but I mean, since we're here, we'll just talk about this one.
Yep.
Shang Wang +4. I mean, come on. I think if Shang Wang covered and beat Petra Martic, Sloane Stevens, come on. Usually I would fuck with the over. I'm definitely. I mean, this goes without saying. I'm definitely gonna be playing, Siniakova spread money line and the over.
You mean Wang?
Probably for like
Oh
a
no, you're talking about Sinyakova. Okay, I got you.
like,
You
like
just
yeah for Siniakova, but for Wang, I don't think I can play the over. So I'm gonna play Wang three ways, and I'm not fucking around here. I'm gonna take her to win a set, to win, so money line and her +4. So +1.5 sets, money line, and +4. I
dang.
might even sprinkle a -1.5 sets. I might take her 2-0. Fuck. We'll see.
Relax, dog. Relax. I don't
I'll
think she's.
post it. I'll post it. You'll see.
I don't
I'm
think
gonna
she's
check
too
that
old.
price
You've
right now.
lost your mind.
All right,
You're
bet.
blinded by your analysis of Stephens. So for
Yo, I'm
me,
so glad we're recording this. I'm so glad we're recording. +365 for a Wang 2-0. All
that
right,
ain't
go ahead.
okay. So I don't think that's gonna happen. But I mean, if you bet that and it happens, you're an absolute god. But I'm also liking Wang +4 here. I thought it'd be a little bit tighter, like you said. Wang showed out today against Martic. Martic kept breaking in the final set, but Wang would just break back, and then eventually Wang took the lead with a break in, I think it was the 11th game. I think, yeah, she broke when it was 5-5, and then closed it out to win 7-5 in the final set. Martic is beyond anybody that Stephens has even come close to playing, especially the way Martic has been playing all tournament. I like Wang here, definitely against the games. I don't think I'll be playing the money line just because I just feel safer with that. With Wang +4, I'll probably play it for 1 unit. I don't want to go too deep into the Wang gang, but I do like Wang here to keep it tight and potentially win it. I'm not going to play the over-under either, though.
Yeah, fair enough. I think it's best to just back the better player, and I think there's just tremendous value. Of I don't know if this is a thing, but I definitely feel like it is. I feel like Chinese and Japanese players are always extremely undervalued in men's and women's.
Yeah, you've mentioned that, and
Nishioka,
I agree with you.
yeah, it's low-key racist. I mean, um, maybe it's nothing to do with like their race or where they're from or anything like that. Maybe it's just like the name, the brand. Um, but yeah, definitely like so much value. I mean, Sloane Stevens. Oh my, stop it, please, just stop it. Like, um, this is I know like all right, she's made it here thus far to the semifinal, but this is where we can all sort of take advantage of this stupid ass line and sort of exploit that and cash in right here.
The only thing that scares me about like the Wang money line is, yeah, you said Irani can't be counted on whatsoever, but I mean a 6-3, 6-0 after Irani beat SST. Well, I guess it was SST retired, but I mean 6-0, 6-3.
Bro, that's a style.
That's impressive. That's
Um,
impressive. You can't take that away from that.
I mean, look, I don't think it's impressive what Ronnie did, honestly.
No,
And
I'm
then
saying the
looking
Stevens.
at how Sloane Stevens bageling her, I get it. I understand what you're saying, but like I said previously, when like the day SST and Aroni played, that matchup is so 50-50 because they're legit the same player on the court. Um, which is a huge advantage for Aroni because the Aroni plays the way SST plays, which sort of, cancels out that skill gap or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it is impressive, 6'3", 6'love, but I mean, Arani is at the end of the day a washed up bum.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm getting angry. I can't wait to see this game. I'm really excited for Parma. It's been good all week. I feel like it's been profitable all week. Up until Anisimova shafted us like that.
Oh my gosh, let's not even get into it.
Yeah, yeah.
Whew.
All right. So the other semifinal, Siniakova versus Coco Gauff. Siniakova from day one, bro. I just knew that she would get rolling. She was +3 against Hausen, won in straights. +5 against Serena, won in straights. And a short fave against Caro Garcia, won in straights. She has looked really well. Now I understand she has played 3 good opponents that are in bad form. I gotta acknowledge that a little bit. But we can't take away anything from Siniakova, who is playing really, really well with a lot of desire, intensity, and fucking go all the way and lift the trophy this weekend. Which is something I feel like we can't say for every single player playing this week in all 4 tournaments. A lot of people are sort of just going through the motions or whatever, not really giving it their all. But I feel like Siniakova is, and the results kind of show that. And it's so hard to not back her, having backed her 3 straight times and cashed with relative ease 3 straight times. So I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna hold off from the Siniakova 2-0, but I'm definitely gonna go +4 over and money line for sure. Money line +225 probably for half you. Um, 2 or 3 on the +4 and definitely 2 or 3 on the over. Yeah, yeah. But I mean, neither of these chicks have dropped a set this week. I think Siniakova had a 7-5 that was pretty close. Had a 7-6 against Serena, which was pretty close. But Coco Gauff had 2 of those against the same player, Kanepi, which I think
After
uh
being up 5-2
one of
in the second set
yeah,
and
yeah.
being at 30-15 serving.
Yeah, but neither player has lost a set so far, and one of them is about to lose 2 tomorrow. So let's see. Let's see.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely like the over. Definitely like the over.
So over Siniakova +4 and money line.
Yep.
All right. So I know you're gonna call me scared for this one, but I'm gonna fade this one. My reason being, it's not that I'm afraid of golf and or anything like that. It's more so like a risk thing. I think there's better plays to be made, and I find it just a little bit risky to bet against golf who made that run in Rome. Who, I mean, she lost to the champion of Rome. And then also is like playing pretty good right now. She took out whether it's an Anisimova choke or a golf, just like high point. I mean, she's getting it done and she's doing her thing. So I feel like there's a lot of uncertainty here. I definitely think that Siniakova can keep this one close, but I just don't want to. I don't want to test it, and I just think I'll allocate my units elsewhere.
Fair.
I maybe if I were to play it, I may rock with Siniakova +4, but that's kind of just a long shot for me. I think I'm just gonna stay away.
Fair enough. Siniakova to win a set is -112 on bookmaker. Yeah, looks like I'm gonna play this game 4 ways as well. Siniakova to win, Siniakova +4, Siniakova to win a set, and the over. Yo, that's just tremendous value, man. Like seriously, that is unreal value. Chang Wang to take a set of Sloane Stevens is -130. I mean, come on. Like I don't think people should overthink this. Like, of course, it might not go our way, but I really feel like there's not a lot of thinking to do for these games. These are definitely two games that you shouldn't overthink. I mean, I'm not saying you personally. I'm speaking
Yeah, no,
generally.
I understand. Yeah,
Um, but yeah.
that'll wrap
Really
up.
excited for these, and like I said, Parma, no rain delays or nothing. So like it's been pretty good. Hopefully that continues, and yeah, should be good. Should be
Yeah,
good.
hopefully we'll see a Wang Sinyakova final. I'd love to see it.
Yes, bro. I don't know what I'd do there, honestly. But I mean, I have yet to see a final where I love both chicks and I'm torn. So I mean, which kind of scares me because I'm backing both of these girls to win, sorta. So yeah, let's see. All right, moving on to the ATP side of things. Let's go to Lyon, where we have Musetti versus Bedene. I think that's how you say it. I don't think it's Bedin. I think it's Bedene. Um, but yeah, Musetti versus Bedene, huh? Musetti played two really good, next gen players. I think the both were kind of scary, and it felt like he wasn't about to win. But he did come out on the top. He did come out on top in the end. But I think Bedene, man, he beat Smallman, right?
Yeah, he
Oh
did
no, he
in
beat he
straights.
beat
Oh no,
Simon
no, no,
and
yeah, you're right, you're
Goffin.
right. You're right. Who beat Smallman? Oh, was it? Oh, it was
Yeah, who?
Gasquet,
Yeah, go.
or however you say it.
Yeah, it was Gasquet. Yeah. Um, but yeah, man, Bedene, low key, bro. He can play. Um, I think there's some value there. I think over is a better bet to make. Um, Probably not both. I mean, I wouldn't want to fuck with this game too much because it's really hard to predict how it's gonna go. But you just feel like Musetti is about to let you down after pulling off two, three set wins, um, back to back against decent-ish opponents. Um, I feel like he's about to let you down. Bedene's plus 146, on the money line, and the over under is 22.5. Um, I think you can't go wrong with either. I mean, you can't go wrong with both. If I had to play one, I'd take Bedene for the value, I think.
Yeah, but you would also think like the over as well.
Yeah, I'd swing that way, total wise.
Yeah, I would take Bedene money line. Like you were saying, Musetti, he's coming off these two kind of tougher 3-set victories. I think the quarter one is not as impressive as the FAA win that he had. But either way, I think that he's just not in the groove to really make a big run. I mean, Bedene didn't really play very good opponents. I mean, Goffin, he's highly ranked, but he's just not quite. He's kind of a bum. Um, but I think Bedene just has more potential to make a little bit of a run. He really hasn't lost to that many bad players. I mean, maybe here and there, but for the most part, the people who are taking him down are like pretty good names. Like Struff is a fairly decent opponent. Karatsev, Fritz, Nishikori twice, Bublik, Sinner, and then there was a couple other like Delian, and I don't even know how to pronounce another name, but I just think, like you said, there's value here. Plus 145 is what I'm seeing, and I think that's just a solid pickup right there. Actually, one plus 155 on mine. I think I would probably just play like maybe 0.75 units or something like that, or maybe I'll just throw a unit on it because I think Musetti is bound to let us down. He, I believe I saw on clay he hasn't made it past a third round, all year. He was knocked out first round of Monte Carlo, second round Barcelona, second round Madrid, second round Rome, and he managed to pull one out against somebody who he should have beaten fairly easily in the second round in Corda. So I think that he's just I don't know if he's consistent enough to really make a run here, and uh, I think what did you say his name? Bedene?
Bedene, yeah.
Bedene. I think he'll take this one. Even if he weren't to take it, I'd still feel comfortable playing the money line. I'm sure it'll be a tight one. But yeah, that's it for me.
I agree. Yeah, I mean, to put it simply, it just feels like Musetti's about to let the whole world down. We've seen a lot of upsets actually on the ATP side of things. So I mean, I think Bedeni thinks that this might be a good opportunity. Honestly, Musetti not overly impressive in any way. I think the line sort of kind of reflects that. But yeah, let's see what's good. All right, moving on. Nishioka versus Stefanos Tsitsipas. Yeah. Yo, Nishioka played a good game today against Monfils. I mean, Monfils is washed, gassed, and just not the same. I mean, Nishioka ain't all that either. I'm surprised at how one-sided this line is. I mean, Tsitsipas is minus 2,500.
Yeah,
Um,
it's crazy. Minus six and a
that's
half.
that is kind of that's kind of crazy. Over under 18. I mean that is kind of crazy. But Tsitsipas is sort of like that. I mean, he's the only top dog in both of these ATP tourneys that is absolutely crushing. I mean, RUUD and Shapovalov are winning too, but not like this.
No,
You know
not
what I
even
mean?
close. Yeah, not even close.
Yeah, not even close. But yeah, I think it's really hard to play this game. Uh,
I agree. I think I
yeah, I
would
mean,
potentially lean the over, but I don't think I'm gonna play it. That would just be kind of my lean, just because, like you said, it's such a skewed number. I mean, Tsitsipas, if somebody's gonna win by more than 6.5 games, he's your guy. It's just like you said, Nishioka has been like hanging in there and he's getting the job done. I wanted to take him as a dog against Monfils, but I just I had enough plays on my card and I was just like I don't want to take a dog right now. I don't know, maybe I wasn't in the mood, but I mean, yeah, I think he'd have the potential to hang. The only thing that concerns me is that
woof.
in his last two tournaments, he lost to Fucsovic 6-0, 6-2, Madge 6-3, 6-1, lost to RUUD 6-1, 6-2, and that's just like it shows that when he loses, he's getting absolutely dominated, and Tsitsipas consistently can hang, like he can just put up breadsticks and bagels left and right if he really was like on top of his game. So it's like you said, it's super tough to make a choice here, but yeah.
You know what, BPat? I'm gonna go under 18. I'm gonna
Yeah,
play it for 1 unit actually.
I'm scratching my little over here. Yeah,
I
because of what I
I
just said
just thought
about.
about it. I really just yeah, bro, exactly. I just think Tsitsipas has too much power. One thing that Nishioka, like his biggest strength that can trouble opponents, and he certainly did trouble Monfils with it today when he beat him, is his speed and his agility and his like world class movement. Um, Yo, that won't you won't even get a chance to move against Tsitsipas because he will overpower you. Nishioka has a weak serve compared to Tsitsipas. His backhand not even close. Yeah, having thought about it, I don't see how Nishioka. I mean, for under 18, like 6'3", 6'3" is a push. I don't think Nishioka can hold 6 times. I mean, if you
I
think
agree.
of it like that, I don't think he'll be able to hold 6 times. I definitely don't think he'd be able to break unless Tsitsipas does something. But under 18, I think. Oof, under 18 for sure. Like why the fuck not? Those are always kind of fun because you're nervous.
Yeah,
If you don't get too many breaks early on, it's like you feel like you already lost. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
if it's 3-3 in the first set, you feel like you already lost.
I'm kind of
But nah,
thinking
this
about the
should be
under now
good. I don't
too.
like.
It's minus
Yeah, I
125
don't
for
think
under 18,
Nishioka's
but
serve. Yeah. I mean, under it's 17.5 too. I mean, that would be the same as minus 6.5, and might as well go minus 6.5 in case somehow get a 7-5 or some. But
I
yeah,
think
I really
Tsitsipas.
don't see how Nishioka can hold.
Yeah, I think Tsitsipas
The
will.
serve is just not like that.
Yeah, I agree. I think that Tsitsipas will win at least one of these sets, 6-1 or 6-2, and if it's the first one, I just don't see any way for Nishioka to really come back against a player of Tsitsipas's caliber. So mine's gonna be like a fade / under. I don't know if I'm gonna play it, but I definitely see, like, after looking at Nishioka, I was gonna say Nishioka's like previous losses. I think it's fair to see why that line is there now. Because like at face value, when you first see it, you're like, are you serious? Like, this is kind of extreme. But I mean, a 6'2", 6'3", I think would be easy for Tsitsipas against Nishioka. He gets the job done fairly often. I mean, he beat Tommy Paul 6'1", 6'4". Yeah, under would be a move here if I were playing anything, but I think I'm still gonna stay away.
Okay, fair enough. I think it's just fun. Like them unders are fun.
Yeah,
Like you're never comfortable with it unless it's you break like you're up a double break or something.
yeah,
But anyway, um, not the most confident bet in the world just because of the very very little margin for error and you know kind of scary. But anyway, moving on, Gasquet versus Karen Khachanov. Um, so Gasquet is the dude that beat Small Man. And who else did he beat? He beat Barrera, a no name in the first round, and beat Small Man in straights. I don't want to give this dude too much credit because Small Man is just not really not like that at the moment. And I don't know. I know previously I haven't been high on Khachanov, mostly because his first name is Karen. Um, but yo, I kind of lean him here, -3. I just think that's a really nice line. When it first opened, he was -170, and honestly, I should have made a move on that on a parlay or just like just something small, just because of the value. It's now shot up to -210. I definitely think Khachanov is a move here, and I think still at -3, um, I think it's a move. Gasquet maybe a little bit overvalued, having beat Small Man, and being a Frenchie playing in Lyon, but yeah, give me Khachanov. I'm not super confident about it, but it definitely makes sense, looks good, and the value is definitely there, I think.
yeah. I mean, I can agree with you completely on that. Like you said, Small Man is just not. He's really not all that. I think it was, yeah, last tournament he lost to FAA 6-1, 6-3. Like, he's just been pretty, pardon my
Bumming
French,
out.
ass. He's
He's not.
ass.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, he's just been absolutely terrible. Kachanov, I mean, he beat Madge in straight sets, and we were both rocking with Madge, +3. And I think Madge is honestly probably a better player than Gasquet, maybe. I mean, maybe they're in a
I'd
similar
say so.
area, but yeah, I think Madge is playing better than Gasquet as of late. So yeah, I could definitely see this being a solid pick here, going the -3. I don't really have too much else to say because this is one where I'm like 50-50 whether or not I would play it. But yeah, Kachanov would be a move at -3 for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Almost seems too easy. I know the favorites haven't been all that, but I mean, Karen is a top player after all. Hasn't really been doing well on clay, but I just think that -3 might be too little of a spread.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Last match in Lyon. Cam Norrie versus, I don't know how to say this name. Rinderneck. Rinderneck.
Sounds right to
Um,
me.
yeah, right. Um, so Rinderneck, man, here he is, another lucky loser. Into the quarterfinals. Uh, beat Mikael Ymer in like three sets in 3 days. And today he beat Sinner in 3 sets also.
It could have been a straight
Actually
set
lost
victory
the
too, because I mean that tie break,
Yeah,
he
he
was
lost the
up.
tiebreak. Yep,
Sinner had to make a comeback
I
right
know.
there. Sinner was plus like 400 to win the first set at one point.
Yeah, bro. Shit's actually kind of nuts. Nice to see a Frenchie ball out. I think the over has to be the move, right? I think difficult to pick a side, given the lines. I don't think there's value on either spread, and I wouldn't be comfortable playing either spread. +3, -3. Rinderneck is +180 on the money line. Might be worth a look, but Cam Norrie, man, he is sort of inconsistent, but when he's playing, he's playing.
We saw
He
that
usually
today.
struggles in
Yeah.
these stages. Yeah, he usually struggles against better players in the later stages, but he did really stick it to Dominic Thiem today. So yeah, I like the over 22. It was 21.5 when it opened. It's 22 now.
All right.
I think that might be the move.
So you're rocking with the over.
Yeah.
I think I would actually lean Norrie here. I wouldn't contribute it to his performance today. I think it's also due to the fact that Rinderneck, yeah, he had an impressive win today. But he's really been struggling to get by like very lesser opponents. He lost to is it Sousa? Is that how you say his name? Lost to him in qualies. Sousa lost to him in qualies. And he's just like what he did today was very impressive. He was almost in control of the match the entire time, other than those last couple games in the first set. But after that, he just completely like took over. But Norrie, like the way the match played out today, it was like Thiem wasn't even coming close, and it was like every single service game for Thiem was a battle, and every single service game for Norrie was like a blowout. And I think Norrie definitely has the ability to blow out his lesser opponents. I mean, he had 2 straight set victories in Rome. I mean, he's won both of these first 2 matches in straight sets. And I think we could see that repeat here. I mean, I'd love for it to cash in 3, because you're rocking with the over. But I like Norrie here. I think he's just the much better player. I think the lucky loser's time will come to an end. And the only thing that kind of concerns me there is that Rinderneck, he doesn't really lose by a lot whenever he does lose. He lost to Carbeas Bena by 3 games in his first clay match of the season. Kekmanovic, he lost to him by 3 games at Belgrade. He retired in a recent challenger, and then he lost by 2 to Sousa. But I think he'll meet his match here. I think Norrie will take this one. And I think at worst, I think the -3 will probably push.
Yeah, fair. Yo, this crowd in Lyon, I've noticed, like, even for the one Fleece game that I was watching, the crowd did really get behind him. I mean, it is such a small little stadium or court for like a grandstand or center court. But even though there's not a lot of them, it's like packed, and like they really get behind them Frenchies.
Yeah.
And we saw it today as well later on. Rinderneck versus Sinner. I didn't watch any of the Gasquet games, but I'm sure it was similar. I think Rinderneck will do enough for this to go over. But if it doesn't, then the -3 looks good. So I would also lean Norrie -3, but I think the over would be less of a sweat.
Yeah, I agree.
If I had to pick a side, I would go Norrie -3. But I just feel like the over might be easier and just less of a sweat. Like eventually, like as we see the game play out,
Yeah.
definitely would be more comfortable with an over. I feel like.
Yeah.
So.
I feel that. All right, and that wraps up our
So,
ATP Lyon.
yes, sir. All quarterfinal matches tomorrow. Again, I don't see how they're gonna play a final on Saturday when they're. I don't know. I guess Lyon might be extended till Sunday. So semis on Saturday, final on Sunday. Um, excuse me. But in Geneva, we have 2 semifinals. 2 Pablos playing, not each other, but Pablo Andujar versus Casper Ruud, and Pablo Cuevas versus Denis the Menace. Yo, 2 really good games, man. All 4 of these players have put in a decent tournament. like we mentioned earlier, Shapovalov and RUUD um, haven't been winning convincingly. I wouldn't say they've been struggling either, just not super convincing wins, giving the quality of the draw.
Mm.
Um, but nonetheless, they're here. First match is Pablo Andujar versus Casper Ruud. Yo, do you not think that over 20 and a half is kind of low?
It does seem pretty low, actually. Yeah.
Uh, yo, I think that's low. That would definitely be my play here. My lean would be Casper Ruud, but just like the Norrie game, I feel like the over will be a lot less of a sweat. Um, I feel like. I mean, we're I don't know, man. Um, yeah. Um,
This was.
Over, but no dog lean. Surprisingly enough. Um, I think it's kind of difficult, but I feel like I shouldn't overthink this. Over is definitely a move. That's a small number. Andujar has been playing really well. I mean, he did beat Federer. He did beat what seemed like a super red hot striker. Um, so like he beat two Swiss dudes. One is like, a wonder kid, and one is the best, top three players of all time. And he absolutely embarrassed Jordan Thompson in the first round, 6-love, 6-4. So he's playing. He's definitely playing. He beat Federer in three. He beat Stricker in three. Like, yo, what's good? And I mean, on the other side, it's Casper Ruud too. Like, he's not gonna go down easy. So yeah, give me the over. I actually like it a lot. I like it a lot.
So I
And I
like
mean,
the potential for the over, but I also kind of like Rude here. It's tough because the spread is it 4 or 4.5?
4.5.
Four and a
Four
half.
and a half.
Okay, that makes it even tougher. I think I would take 4 there, but 4.5 kind of deters me. The main thing that jumps
Looks
out
like
to
it might
me,
go 5, bro.
yeah, I mean, I'd believe it
Um,
because when you look at Rude's previous tournaments, I mean, he's beating quality players and by a big margin. I mean, he uh he beat Bublik by 7 in Madrid the round before he even beat Tsitsipas. It was only by 3, but that's Tsitsipas beat Nishioka by 9, beat FAA by 7. Um Ultimately losing to Berrettini, who has been playing honestly great on clay this season. But when he wins, he typically wins in like pretty dominant fashion. Today, I think he just had kind of like a slip up in the first set, but like we jumped on him live after the first set. Pretty much all the bearded betters did, and he just kind of smoked Kofor 6-1, 6-4 to finish it. So I mean, I think I kind of want to lean Rude here, even with the -4.5. To be completely honest with you, I probably won't end up playing this game, but that would probably be my pick. I think Rude is just he's a stud, and I think yeah, Stricker. Props to that man. He had a hell of a run. I hope we'll be seeing him in the future. I think the Federer win. I think it could be kind of seen two different ways because Federer hasn't really been playing very often. I don't even know when the last time he played was, but uh, yeah, I don't know. I think Rude could definitely pull this one pretty easily and win in straights. That's what would scare me and like deter me from the over under as well. Because it'll either go like that or we'll see a repeat of today where Rude kind of falls behind. But I think when Rude is red hot, I think he's just gonna roll through him and no mercy.
okay, fair enough.
No mercy.
Yeah, kind of like Nori and Rinder. Um, if this doesn't go, the only way this doesn't go over is if the favorite crushes and covers that number. So
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, if Casper Ruud snaps or just plays to the best of his ability, not even out of his mind or nothing, but if he puts in a good performance, that over might be in trouble. But I feel like Pablo Andujar, he can hang maybe for a little bit or hopefully just enough. Um, But hey, a 7-5, 6-3 would be good for the two of us. That would cover um RUUD spread and the over.
Hey, I
Both
like
by the
that.
hook. Anyways, then the um versus Dennis the Menace. Now this game I think is a lot trickier. The lines kind of suggest that too. You got no hooks. Plus or -3 for the spread. Obviously, Shapovalov is -3. Over under 22. Really, really tricky, I think.
Yeah,
Um,
I agree.
um, really tricky. This one might be a pass. This one might be a pass. Might parlay Shapovalov and Khachanov and maybe ditch the Khachanov -3. Um, and take Shapovalov and Khachanov. Because Shapovalov should win this game, no. But I mean, I don't know what's good with the -3. Like that's scary, no. The number isn't scary, but it's scary that it's a -3. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kind of puts me off. Got me overthinking a little bit. Um, I'm not gonna fuck with the total. I'm really not gonna fuck with it at all. Won't even consider either side. Um, but yeah, Shapovalov he's gonna win this game. Um, yeah,
What's the money line
minus
sitting at?
three though. Minus 210.
Oof. Yeah, I
I
think
mean, yeah, like
Shapovalov
no
will
one.
win also. I think this would be something to look at, maybe like a live play if Shapovalov were to fall back a little bit, but if not, then you just kind of stay away and just enjoy what you're watching.
Yeah. Yeah, Hueva's been rolling, man. He came through qualies. I mean, he played no names, but I mean, he's here. Beat Opelka in straights. Kazo, who looked pretty good in the first round in straights. And Dimitrov, in straights.
You talked me out
I
of
mean, Dimitrov, a
Cuevas
bum.
against Kazo -3. You talked me out of that.
Yeah, I did. I didn't think Pablo Cuevas would ball like this, man. He really hasn't featured much this year.
Yeah, I mean he hasn't
But
done
yeah,
anything before this tournament.
yeah, no, nothing at all.
Yeah, I'm fading
But I
this
don't know,
one.
scary. He's rolling now. Yeah, I will. I'm not gonna play a straight bet on this match. Um, fuck, lean under 22 and lean Chapo -3, but I highly doubt I'll play either of those. Um, we'll most likely also ditch the Khachanov -3 and just do a little money line parlay of him and Dennis the Menace.
That's not a bad idea actually. I
Yeah,
the way I
because I
see
don't see
this,
either of those dudes dropping the game. So
yeah.
yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
The way I was gonna say, the way I see this is that like I've made enough off of I hit 2 bets on Shapovalov today / yesterday whenever you're listening to this. So I think I've he's done enough for me. So I'm gonna back off. He had the double header today, which was super impressive that he won in straights in the second matchup after playing a long 3-set match. Um, but I think this being like the last match of the semifinals in this tournament, I think I'm just gonna stay away from this one. Kind of keep an eye out for how both of these guys play, just to see what the potential final would be. I think it would be absolute banger to see RUUD and Shapovalov. I think you said that before the podcast. But I think that would be like a super cool matchup to watch. Um, but yeah, not anything here that interests me. I would want to take Shapovalov, but I I just don't know. It's hard to judge where Cuevas is at, just because, like you said, I mean, he's kind of come out of nowhere and he's got like some pretty dominant straight set wins, 4 in a row to be exact. So yeah, a lot of
Yeah.
uncertainty, something
Um,
I just don't feel comfortable dropping any units on.
yeah, fair. Yeah, that wraps it up. I think it was looking a bit difficult to tackle this slate and maybe kind of ugly. But I think now I feel great about it.
Yeah, I do too.
Definitely ready to punch all my plays in and put something together here.
Me too.
Yeah,
Honestly,
man,
I
should
was
be
like,
good. It's about that time, bro. This is our time right here. quarterfinals, semifinals, finals. This is us right here.
Yeah, it is. I like I was in the same boat like prior to us hopping on here and talking. I was like, wow, I don't like this slate at all. And now I'm looking at it, I'm like, okay, I see like maybe 4 or 5 plays that I could definitely see myself hopping on.
Definitely.
And you have 7 plays
Hell
alone in
yes.
Parma, which is crazy.
Oh yeah. I mean, since I don't gotta put new bets in Belgrade, except for MCOS, because I still have a Podoroska pending. I have a Tomova +5, have a Badosa over. So I'm gonna take MCOS, um, and then play Sinyakova and Wang in so many ways, bro. So, oh my god, should be good.
Yeah, it's gonna be an exciting day. I mean, we're gonna see a couple semifinals wrap up. We'll know who the finals will be come Saturday, and then we'll also have a few different. We'll see where the other tournaments end up. We'll see if there's any double headers or anything like that. But it's gonna be an exciting day. We're getting closer and closer to the French Open, so you guys listening, be ready for that because I don't know how we're not gonna have. I mean, obviously we're gonna skip some matchups because there's gonna be a lot of bums, but um,
Oh no, we're not. Don't worry, we're not.
we're not skipping any. Oh no.
No, I mean we definitely will.
Yeah, yeah,
Fuck.
yeah. But we're gonna be trying to put some work in on that tournament. So stay tuned, stay ready, stay active. Keep your fingers ready to lock in your bets when the lines are at an all time great. So yeah. I mean, if you got any closing things to say, that I feel like that pretty much wraps us up. Gonna be a good one.
Yeah, it does. Definitely got big things planned for the French Open at the end of the month. Hoping to have a lot of momentum going into that. It starts right here. Going into this weekend, finishing off these 4 tourneys. And then next week, I think we got 2 or 3 more. But yeah, let's do it. Let's go. A lot of tennis coming up. Good news is that after the French Open, there is a banger of a tournament. The Bet One Open, it's called, in Berlin, Germany. Um, Stacked. It's a WTA only tournament, but it is so stacked, kind of like Stuttgart and Madrid
And
steroids or
Madrid.
something.
That's what we need. We need
Yeah,
we need a
15.
stack tournament.
Yeah, bro, 15 of the top 20 players will be there. 8 of the top 10. Um,
I love it.
pretty much everyone in the top 20 except for Serena and Halep, which I mean I'm okay with because both of those chicks are kind of going down and injuries and fitness and whatnot.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, should be so crazy. Good times coming up for sure. And I
I'm
think we
excited.
will see Sabalenka next week in Strasbourg, which is a baby food tournament
So she's gonna
in
win it.
France. She's got her, right? She has to.
Yeah.
Seriously. Um, but I think a couple of I don't think she's the only big dog that's gonna be playing that one. But yeah, anyway, we'll see. We'll see. That's next week. All right, guys. Best of luck to all of you. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah. Peace out, everybody.